Today we're going to look at this. T-brake. Hello again, mid-1970 here. Now today I need to fit a new ABS pump onto my Range Rover, so you can watch me do it. Now when I say new, of course this is a second-hand part. New ones are ridiculously expensive. So what I've done is I've given it a quick clean over. I've made sure that I've got everything loose and free. There are no bent pins, no damage or anything like that. Bit of rust here and there. And I've made sure that this bolt is nice and clean. I'm going to use the same bolt, the original bolt in this pump, but I've got myself two new washers to go on because it's a banjo joint. So now this is all clean and it's ready to be fitted. The next step is getting the old one out. So this is the accumulator, and how it works is like a balloon in an upside down bucket. Water's pumped in underneath and it compresses the balloon, and then when you need your ABS, that stored pressure is forced back out to drive the braking system. Now the accumulator is highly pressurized, so in order to release the pressure, what we have to do is we have to press the brake pedal 30 times, and then after that leave it for a minute and press it for a further 4. And the pedals got really easy, about 27 presses in. So we'll leave that for a minute. Okay, so it's been about a minute. We'll try the last 4 presses. And all the pressure should be out of the system now. Now before we do any work on this vehicle, it's really important that we disconnect the battery. Now I've got a quick disconnect on here which makes doing it really easy. All I have to do to disconnect my battery is just unscrew that. It's as easy as that. Well worth getting for any vehicle. There's 3 M10 nuts that hold the pump on. So I'm going to loosen them off so they're finger tight. Right, I'm going to clamp off this hose down here, stop it leaking any fluid. There. Undo this Jubilee clip. A little bit of fluid running. Bit of cloth just to catch any dribbles. Maybe a bit of pressure in here. So, nope, no pressure. undo those bolts. Nut number 1. Nut number 2. And nut number 3. Right, so we can lift that out, undo the banjo joint, collecting the washers as we go. We've got, I don't know if you can see this, but there's 2 connectors down here, they've got to be undone. So we'll undo those, take the banjo joint off, clear the bushings and take it out. So that's 2 electrical connections off. So now there's just a banjo joint to be undone. And that is the pump. Right, so refitting this is the reverse of what we've just done. Banjo joint, connectors, then the 3 nuts, and then finally the hose onto here. Right, so I've just put a splash of light oil on the studs because they're just turning a little bit rusty. We certainly don't want those rusting away and breaking off. We're going to fit this through the banjo joint with the washer on the other side. So that's fitted. I don't know whether you can see that, but that banjo joint is screwed all the way down with my fingers, so I'm in no danger of cross-threading it. Next, fit the big white connector. Now these are, as they like to say, pokey yoked, which means they will only fit in one direction. And then now it's a case of getting it to fit on the studs. One, two, 3 washers. One, two. Right, this last one's going to be a bit difficult. I'm going to use both hands. I have a lot less space, obviously, with my gas and the LPG system, taking up some room in the engine bay, which makes working on this V8 very difficult. Right, that's 3. There's no danger of cross-threading them once they're wound down by hand. I'm sure there's a torque setting for these. So that's down. So I'm going to tighten up the banjo now. Now I don't have a torque wrench for this either, so it's going to be tighten it up and check it, does it leak? Right, last thing, I'm going to put the pipe back on to the motor down here, the pump. Okay, so that's on there. Now I'm going to tighten it up, tighten up the Jubilee. And take the clamp off. All that's left to do now is top up the tank and then bleed the system with a bleed nipple down here. We haven't been anywhere near the brakes, so hopefully we should just get air coming out of here. I'm going to overfill the system because it's going to take some fluid to refill the pump up. So now that's finished, I can reconnect my battery. Now this is a little non-return valve. You can get them off your very favourite auction sites for just a few pounds really, but they do make bleeding a system very, very easy. That's the direction of flow. Your liquid needs to come in this side and then flow through that way. Easy. Then we take your foot off the brake, the valve shuts, stops any air getting back in. Right, push it slow. Right, let it up. Push it again. the ABS pump is fitted and working, no leaks. So another job that I'm really pleased with. Well, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed my videos. Please remember to like and subscribe if you do, and I'll see you again in the near future. Bye bye for now.